Good morning, student. Our today's topic are properties of fluid. This is the very important topic for the competition exam like IIT and NEET. Every year, 2 or 3 questions asked in IIT and NEET exam. So this is the very important topic or important chapter. Okay. So we start the chapter. In this chapter, our first point is definition of fluid. What is fluid? What is fluid? So fluid is a substance. Fluid is a substance which can flow easily. Fluid is a substance which can flow easily, or you can say that which having property of fluid. This is also right example, right definition. Property of fluid. Examples: water can flow easily, gas can flow easily, mercury can flow easily, blood can flow easily. Okay, you take one glass of water and drawn into the surface, then you can see that easily the water are flows from one place to another place. Similarly, mercury, you take some mercury and drop into the surface, you can see that mercuries are flow from one place to another place. Similarly, for blood also flow from one place to another place. Okay, for gases, take a container which is filled by amount of gases. Take a container which is filled by amount of gases. This is gases. Initially, container are closed. ठीक है? Then after some time, you open the container, and you can see that the gas are flow from one place to another place. Those gases which are inside the container, okay, which can flow easily from inside to outside. This is called fluid. Fluid is a substance which having tendency of flow. Gases, air, this is also fluid. Okay, air can also flow from one place to another place. So this is the example and definition of fluid. Not only 4 type of fluid. Here write the name of fluid. This is water, blood, gases and mercury. Not only 4 variety of fluid, etc. There are many variety of fluid which can flow easily. In this chapter we will discussing about water and mercury. In next chapter we will discussing about gas. In the next chapter we will discussing about the gases. Okay, so this is the definition of fluid. Fluid is a substance which having tendency of flow. And there are some examples. Okay, done. Now your next topic is types of fluid. Your next topic is types of fluid. This is your next topic. So there are 2 types of fluid. Your first topic is static fluid, and your second topic is dynamic fluid. fluid. Our first point is static fluid, and second point is dynamic fluid. So we will discussing first about static, then discussing about dynamic. Done? Okay, so static fluid. In this case, the fluids are in rest condition. Means closed in a container. Okay, closed in a container. Fluid are closed in a container or cover in a container For example, this is the example of static, okay, not dynamic. This is a container and filled by liquid or water, etc. Anything fluid you can take, water, blood, mercury. Okay, so in this topic we will discussing about those fluid which are closed in a container. Okay, which are closed in a container. There are many topics in static fluids. Okay, first topic is Pascal's law. Another topic is Archimedes principle. Third topic is buoyancy. Fourth topic is flotation. And there are many topics. We will discussing continuously. Okay? I write only 4 topics, but there are many topics we will discussing continuously. Done? The second is dynamic fluid. The first is static fluid and the second is dynamic fluid. In this topic, okay, see there, in this topic, the fluids are moving from one place or point to another place or point. Okay, in this topic fluids are moving from one point to another point. For example, you take a container or you take a pipe, anything, container or pipe. Suppose this is a container whose both ends are open. Okay, this is a container whose both ends are open. This is first end and this is second end. Both ends are open. Okay, now you take a pipe. Suppose this is a pipe. This is container, and this is pipe. In which water are flow. This is water. Water are flow at a high pressure. You take a pipe in which water are flow at a high pressure. Bring this pipe close to the container. You can see that the water are flow from pipe. To another point of the container. Okay, I repeat, you bring the pipe at the end of container, and you can see that the water are flow from this point to this point. This is called dynamic fluid. Okay, this is called dynamic fluid. So there are two types of fluids: static fluids and dynamic fluids. In static fluids are in rest condition, closed in a container. In dynamic fluids are moving from one place to another place. Okay, and in dynamic fluids there are some topics, some points. Like static, in dynamic there are some points. The first point is Bernoulli principle. Second point is continuity. Third point is viscosity, and there are many points. There are many points. Okay, viscosity, and there are many points. Okay, so first we will discussing about static fluid. Please note that water or fluid always is in rest condition. Water or fluid, anything is always in rest condition. Not anything, only fluid, not solid. We will discussing about fluid. So fluid is in rest condition. Okay. So first point is I repeat again. We will discussing about static fluid, in which fluid are rest condition. Please note this point. Fluid are is rest condition. Fluid are in rest condition. Okay. So first point is thrust. What is thrust? Okay. So let us consider a container. Which is filled by a certain fluid. This fluid may be water, may be blood, may be mercury, may be air, gases, anything. Those can flow. Okay. Consider a container which is filled by a fluid. Okay. Now you can say that here totally air or atmosphere, anything. This atmosphere exert a pressure on this surface. You know, every air exert pressure on this surface. Done. After that, air and this surface exert pressure on this. Then again air, this surface exert pressure on this, and continuously exert pressure on this, and continuously exert pressure on this, and continuously exert pressure on this, Okay. Now I draw this surface. This surface, right? Okay. This surface. You know that here waters. Okay. Every molecule exert pressure. Every molecule exert pressure. Which molecule? Fluid molecule. Exert pressure. Every molecule exert pressure. Now I draw this surface. Every water molecule exert pressure. This is the concept of chemistry. Every molecule exert pressure on each other. Every molecule, if I consider number of molecules, suppose these are molecules, then every molecule exert pressure on this. Every molecule exert pressure, every molecule exert pressure, every molecule exert pressure, like this. Okay, so every water molecule exert pressure on every molecule. Okay, now I consider the first surface. Now first, before consider, you can see that the forces are perpendicular. If I ignore or if I neglect या ignore, if I ignore these forces and consider only surface, if I consider only surface, then definitely you can see that these forces are perpendicular. Now since this surface, forces are perpendicular. Similarly, since this surface, forces are perpendicular. Okay, so the total perpendicular force, there are number of force, 1 force, 2 force, 3 force, 5 force, total n number of force. You can see that in this surface, total n number of force. Okay, so total number of perpendicular force, on any surface, you can take any surface, on any surface is called thrust. In this surface there are number of force exert. And in this surface there are number of force exert. So total number of force on any surface. This is surface 1, this is surface 2, and this is surface 3. Only here 3 surface. The fourth surface are open. Okay, only here 3 surface, 1 surface, 2 surface, and 3 surface. Okay, so this total perpendicular force, I draw this single diagram. Now you easily understand. I draw this single diagram. Total thrust, total perpendicular force is called thrust. Basically, thrust is denoted by T. So this is called thrust 1, this is called thrust 2, this is called thrust 3. Total perpendicular force. Okay, please note that. Total perpendicular force is called thrust. Done? Okay. On any surface, total perpendicular force on any surface is called thrust. And remember, fluid are in static condition. Now unit of thrust. The unit of thrust is nothing but unit of force. I write the definition again. The total perpendicular force. Is called thrust. So unit of thrust is nothing but unit of force, and its unit are Newton. Unit of thrust are Newton. Okay, this is scalar quantity or vector quantity. So this is scalar quantity because this is vector quantity because force are vector quantity. So thrust are also vector quantity. Thrust is nothing but force. Thrust is nothing but force, but remember perpendicular force. Okay, remember perpendicular force. Example. Now take a simple any body. Now this is body. If you exert multiple force, this is forces. 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 All the forces are perpendicular. So this is called thrust. Now take the same body and now exert forces. Now exert forces. Now exert forces. Exert forces like this. So this is not called thrust. This is not called thrust. Okay? This is called only force and this is called thrust. Perpendicular forces are called thrust. Perpendicular forces are called thrust. Okay? Next point. Or a question. I write a question. Why forces are or why thrust are perpendicular? Perpendicular. Why thrust are perpendicular always? Why thrust are perpendicular always? Why? Okay, so listen. Suppose this is container. This is container filled by water. This is container filled by water. Okay, let at initially force are not perpendicular. You call thrust or force anything, because thrust is force. So suppose force is not perpendicular initially. Suppose total force is this much. On this surface total force is this much. Okay? At initially I draw forces this. Okay? Now we want to prove why forces are this. Why forces are always perpendicular. We want to prove why forces are always perpendicular. Okay. Why always 90 degree? For this, let us consider the force are not 90 degree. Force are not 90 degrees, some angle theta. You know that every action is equal to reaction. Okay? Every action is equal to reaction. You know that this force F is on the surface and this force R is on the water. Okay? This force is on the surface and this reaction force is on the water. Divide the component of these forces. Okay? Before divide, draw the horizontal line and draw the vertical line. This much. Okay? You know that these angle are theta. If this angle are theta, this angle are theta. Okay? Now resolve into component. The angle component is called r cos theta and this is called r sin theta. Okay? R cos theta and r sin theta. Okay, again I repeat, this force is act on the surface, these are force is act on the water. Okay, now you can see that this horizontal component try to moving the water like this. You can see that this horizontal component trying to moving the water like this. ठीक है, but starting I was told you the water is always in rest condition. You have seen that. These are cos theta move the water. Okay, these are cos theta move the water like this. In a starting I was told water always in static condition. So for static, this force was to be 0. If this force is 0, okay, if this force is not 0, then water can be moved. But if this force is 0, water can never be moved. Okay, and this result we want. Water can't be moved in static. This result we want. For r cos theta is equal to 0. Cos theta is equal to 0. So theta is equal to 90. Okay, so theta is equal to 90. Means if these angle are 90 degree, this angle means this angle means this angle. Okay, so these angle are 90 degree, then r cos is 0 and water does not moving. So draw the diagram again. Okay, this is fluid and this force is 90, so force becomes this much. You can see that. Okay, so this is called action force and this is called reaction force. Okay, this is called action force, this is called reaction force. And in this case water can't be moved, water can never be moved. But in this case water easily move. Sorry, listen that. Water is easily moved. But in this case water can never be moved because action equal to reaction, whereas water can never be moved. So force are always perpendicular. This is not force, this is force. In starting I was told you this is called thrust or force. This is not thrust, this is a reaction force. Okay? If in an exam you have this question and ask who is thrust, this is thrust or this is thrust, so you give the answer this is thrust. Force acting on surface, not fluid. Force acting on surface, not fluid, is called thrust. Okay, if force is not perpendicular, then two component. If force is perpendicular, then one component becomes 0. Okay, if force is not perpendicular, two component and water start moving. If force is perpendicular, one component becomes 0, water never moving. And this result we want. Okay, so next topic we will discussing in next class. Okay.